Hey, this is Leon Poe, man. You listening to Causeway Street Podcast.
What's up, y'all? This is Kenny Anderson. Y'all listen to the Causeway Street Podcast.
For all you new listeners out there, I'm your host, Causeway Pavón. I'm joined as usual by my two co-hosts.
I'm Sean Dutra. What's up?
Yeah, like talk
long
about
walks
yourself.
on the bee.
There you go. Joel Pavón. What up?
I'm a Pisces. The most romantic.
It leads off with that.
The most romantic sign in all of the zodiac.
Oh,
If you couldn't tell by my voice already.
oh,
Sexy.
But I'm the producer of this ensemble that we call Causeway Street. In case you missed it.
Hey, Bill Walton here, Celtics 1986. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Yeah, come here for nothing but the truth. This is where dreams come true. Thank you, Boston, for my life.
where are we going?
You guys are such homers.
It's your boy Terry Rozier. You're listening to the Causeway Street Podcast. Now listen to my boys Joe, Sway, Joel, and Sean.
You guys can pretty much just say that I was right.
About what? LeBron going to the Lakers?
LeBron taking a year off, man. He basically is taking a
this
year,
is the year
off.
Always.
Oh, Joel Pavón's back in the building. What up, Joel? Sean Dutra's in here. Josue Pavón, that's me. The crew is back.
What's wrong with you tonight?
The crew is back.
Oh my God, he's so excited.
Oh, I love it.
Mis hermanos.
Yo,
What's going on?
look at that. Joel's tan.
What up?
Fresh off the beach.
Fresh off the boat.
I'm about to put this on SAP real quick, my mic, so everyone can understand me.
No, you're not.
No, I'm just kidding.
We can't even
I'm
do
kidding.
that. But
Titles on the podcast.
what we can do is get into everything that's been going on around the NBA, of course. I mean, between Kyrie Irving, supposedly wanting to start things up in New York. We'll talk about that. Celtics fans, I'll talk you off the ledge. Marcus Smart might be heading to, I don't know what, Sacramento's the last report. Whatever report
Phoenix.
his agent put out there to make you think that he's actually going to leave Boston is something that we'll talk about. And then finally, we have Carmelo Anthony. Which team is going to sign Carmelo Anthony before the regular season? We're going to give you our predictions.
Real Madrid.
And we'll get into...
Do you care?
we'll get into if it's even going to matter
Yeah.
at this point in his career. Maybe it will, maybe not, but we'll get all into that. But first things first, Joel, welcome back, man. Welcome back to Causeway Street Studio.
What up?
How was your
Yeah,
trip?
Joel.
Was it dope?
It was dope, man.
Do anything
Go to
crazy?
the beach, drinking margaritas, chilling with senoritas.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
Chilling. I couldn't do the other thing.
Was that a plural? He said that? Senoritas, huh?
Senoritas.
Yeah. Ooh.
I said chilling. I didn't say anything else. Just chilling.
All right, man.
Just
It's okay.
literally
She's not listening.
Chilling,
to us. Okay.
a.k.a. creeping.
Joel just got so nervous right now.
Joel just had those sunglasses on.
Nah, man, I was promoting the Causeway Street Podcast
Eh?
out there.
Yeah, I was just about to get into that. You know what cracked me up, Sean, is the fact that like your social media habits and everything, nothing changed. Like this guy's he's sending us text messages.
Roaming as fuck.
He's just chilling like, yo, when you get that bill, can you let me know how much that costs? Like most people would be shocked and then scared that they're still receiving text messages. But no, not Joel. Joel engaged. Joel is like, oh no, this is great. This is a come up.
The first few days, I was like isolated from everything, and one random drunken night that my night didn't really even end, but you guys were hours ahead of me. Like texts are coming through, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, they all came in at once, like 3 days worth.
No. You guys had like a heavy debate about something, and I'm like, I don't think these guys even realize that like I can see what they're talking about. So I was like, what up? And then so it was like, oh really? Like what the fuck, Joel? You're getting these messages?
And instead of being happy about it, I'm like, Joel, you need to stop texting.
All right, just stop right now.
This is not even responsible right now.
It's literally triple the amount you normally
I'm
spend.
like drunk and shit. Like, yo, you guys watching the World Cup? It's on right now. It was just like, yo, we're at work right now.
Yeah, then we made a couple of jokes, and then we're like, all right, that's it. But then no, Joel's just been texting us for like 2 weeks straight. I'm like, jeez, what's that bill gonna look like?
It was weird. So
it's one of those phone bills your dad opens up and it's just like, Joel! For real. Immediately.
It's like envelope 1 of 10.
Yeah. it's like a 5-pound bill.
Fucking
you're off the family plan.
In bold letters, pay immediately.
All right, let's give Joel like a minute or two to catch up with us. All right, LeBron James, let's start there. Shocked? What's your reaction to it?
Yeah, yo, dude, I was shocked. Like that's one of the things. Literally, I'm on a beach and like I was getting no ESPN
We get that part, bro. We get
notification.
it. You're on vacation, bro. Okay, we get it.
Stop being a hater, Sean.
I was in paradise.
Look at my tan.
So like the first of like 2 ESPN notifications, LeBron signs a 4-year whatever amount. And I'm like, 4 years?
What?
the first Joel what in like over a month almost.
Yes.
I was like, ¿Cómo? Like, I didn't understand. I was like, what is this? And like even people like in my family was like, yo, is this for real? Like LeBron's going to LA? And I'm like, yo, I'm just shocked as you guys. Crazy.
Were you that shocked though?
I was.
Well,
I really
yeah. If you go back to the episodes from a year ago, Joel and I feel like we're the only ones saying like, why would he go to LA? What's the draw for LA?
Because I was thinking, I was thinking, if he's gonna stay in the East, like Philly is the obvious choice. But at the same time, I was like, Philly has no shooters. He always teams up with shooters. But this is even worse.
They're not even signing shooters. They're signing people who historically can't shoot.
But their current roster, just with LeBron, I can't fathom how they're going to challenge anyone in the West.
All right, well, 2 weeks removed. What do you think now? Because obviously, I mean, and I say that because we were talking about this last week. We all assumed that we would see a Paul George, or I don't know, a Chris Paul, some big fish to put next to him and say, okay, that's his running mate. Somebody that's going to be the Dwayne Wade, if you will, the Kyrie Irving, if you will, like that type of player, that caliber scorer. And I look around and I say that they're all gone at this point, right? There's no all-star, there's no superstar talent that you could put next to him without pulling off some sort of trade to bring that person in.
Well, that was the other shocker when Paul George decided to stay in OKC. But after like a day or two, I'm not shocked about Paul George because he's not the type of dude to not care what people think.
Nah, and he probably got assurance that Carmelo was going to be fucking gone.
Well, that in the I don't know. I just feel
so that made him want to stay.
He was like, yo, you gonna get rid of him? All right.
No, his little doc of like where is he thinking where he was gonna go.
Oh, the ESPN mini doc.
Yeah, the little mini doc when he's talking about like he's always wanted to be a Laker. This was his chance to do that, and that's probably the reason why Boston didn't try to trade for him last season.
Listen, you guys,
or last summer.
You guys can pretty much just say that I was right.
About what? LeBron going to the Lakers?
LeBron taking a year off, man. He basically is taking a year off.
Well, I mean, you have a good point because you mentioned that last week about the Kemba Walkers and there's a lot of free agents coming off the books next season, or I should say next summer, that could really help LeBron in a situation in LA.
I mean, Clint Capella should be number 1 on the Lakers list right now. You get a young center, rim protector. He's the best free agent on the market right now. How is this coming
from you? You laughed at me when I talked about how
just
important he could help a team.
They should be desperate.
How he could be the third piece for the Dallas Mavericks. You laughed at me.
For the Dallas Mavericks, that's why I laughed at you. If you have LeBron as your number 1, and then you somehow get somebody else as a number 2.
LeBron, Harrison Barnes, whatever.
No, LeBron, Kawhi, Clint Capella is much different than Harrison Barnes, Dennis Smith, and Clint Capella.
But can we agree that Kawhi's not going to LA?
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Probably not. I mean,
so then who's left?
No,
Who is going to run with him? Caldwell Pope?
In LA?
Yeah, Contavious, baby.
Contavious?
Carmelo.
Melo's going?
Melo's going.
I mean, that team will be...
Is he going to sign
the most dysfunctional team of all time? If they do that, they might as well just bring back like.
Well, what if he signs for a DeMarcus? I call it. You give him a DeMarcus contract.
Well, he's going to Carmelo. It doesn't matter because Carmelo
bought out.
Yeah, he's going to get bought out, so he still gets his money. Was what at 25?
Well, no, that's my point. Yeah, I'm saying like the Lakers would sort of say like, sure, why not? What do we have to lose? Bringing somebody like that.
The only other team that would block that or attempt to block that is Houston.
Houston should not get involved with Carmelo.
No, I agree with you on that because Capella is still available, and they're still trying to iron out how their salary's going to work. They gave fucking Chris Paul $40 million.
Yeah. That's why
I'm confused. That's another confusion.
Well, no, that's the part that gets me when we're talking about Capella returning because I don't see how that even works mathematically.
And you already lost Ariza.
Yeah, you already lost Ariza, but you're also
by the way,
you're also talking about a player who. Why aren't we hearing rumors from other teams? Why aren't we hearing reports from other teams saying like, "Oh, we want"?
I think the Lakers just
Capella.
I think the Lakers just assumed Paul George is coming. Paul George is coming, so it's like LeBron. It's up to you. We already got Paul George, And then Paul just flipped the script and was like, you know what, guys? I didn't like getting booed in Indiana, and I'm not going to like getting booed in OKC, so I'm going to stick right here. That's just him. He's just that type of personality.
But like we talked about last week, Sean, a lot of these superstars, they're not excited to play alongside LeBron James. They don't want to do that. They've seen that story. And
I've been preaching it for years.
They probably think, you know what? I think where I'm at, I have a better chance.
Why do I have to go play with LeBron?
Competing for a title. Exactly.
In the
But I think I'm talking about like before LeBron officially signed. I think they just assumed we're going to sign Paul George first and then LeBron.
Who assumed? The Lakers?
No, I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, but Paul George.
I think they assumed that Paul George would come running once they got LeBron.
But I think that
Paul George stayed in OKC before LeBron signed, though. He signed before LeBron.
Right. He
when
did
LeBron
it quick. Well,
that's why the Lakers were like, we're going to sign Paul George first. And then that's the other shoe was going to be LeBron.
LeBron, the shoe dropped without the first shoe dropping.
Well, we knew that he wasn't coming back to Cleveland, right? At some point between the Lakers announcing that,
right.
They were like, all right, he's not going back to Cleveland. Now everyone's like, where's he going? Is he going to the West? Is he staying in the East? And
so
Paul George, because Chris Paul already was like, I'm staying in Houston. Bam. The next guy is Paul George, right? Everyone just assumed, especially the Lakers, he's coming to L.A. Because that's what he's been talking about since he got traded, even before he got traded from Indiana.
Shit, even that documentary you talked about.
Yeah.
Let's put a bow on
what
this.
it meant for him to go back to the Lakers.
Or
go back to L.A., I should say.
Do they have a chance to make any noise in the West this year?
The Lakers?
Yes.
As constructed right now.
There's not much more that I think can happen.
If Melo comes to the Lakers,
we're on July 15th.
You have two 33, going to be 34-year-olds. As much as I love Rondo's 31. So just right there, you got 3 guys over the age of 31.
Who are they?
Melo, LeBron, and Rondo.
Oh, so you're assuming Melo's going.
He's just going to give him. He's going to give him Melo.
You're giving him Melo.
I'm assuming Melo's going that way.
Well, for the sake of an argument, let's just say he goes.
I mean, maybe they'll make a mural of Melo, and maybe that will get messed up the way LeBron's mural did already. So whatever. If they make the playoffs, it's the 8th seed. If that's the squad, they're the 8th seed. Nothing higher than that.
Smoked by the Warriors.
Nothing higher than that. Utah's better than them.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely Utah.
Even if OKC stays pat the way they are right now,
that'd be fun.
They still need some pieces, obviously.
So way to go, LeBron. Way to go. You fucked it all up.
But the 4 years is what confuses me, though. The great thing about this, though, is it's the Celtics' year to fucking come out the East.
Yeah. Yes. This is the Celtics' year.
All right, but what if Kawhi heads to Philly?
Still the Celtics' year. Still.
This year.
Even if Fultz develops some superpowers.
You don't need no superpowers, man.
You mean if Fultz turns into like 06 Dwayne Wade?
Mm-hmm. If he turns into Tatum, still. Not going to beat the Celtics.
With Kawhi Leonard, too? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Because he'd be their only shooter.
All right, well, am I the only one who is not even legitimately, I wouldn't say concerned, but the whole thought of Kyrie Irving heading to New York, I just think it's almost laughable at this point with these reports. You know, because if you look at the numbers,
I'm concerned,
and how much money he's going to make next season, why wouldn't some rumor like this be out there for him to capitalize on? Like, it's leverage at this point. Why is everyone so concerned? Why is he going to go to New York? What's in there for what? Porzingis?
No, but what is it?
Is that what this is about?
No, is it because this stupid report came out that Jimmy Butler and Kyrie want to team up? Is that what it is?
That doesn't help, but yeah, I think it has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, so here's my thing. I don't think it's going to be New York. I don't care where it is. I mean, is it going to be Boston is the question. Like
with Jimmy Butler? No. Jimmy Butler's not coming to Boston.
That's the thing. Like if they want to team up and Kyrie has this superstar, aspect. He wants to be the best person on the team. He sees Tatum coming up, I don't know, man. Like,
no, but you see the thing about Kyrie, hold on. The thing about Kyrie, because he's a unique cat. I guess that's the best word I can describe.
That's probably the best title I've ever heard for Kyrie Irving. Yes, a unique cat.
Because is he diva-ish? Is he like LeBron, mini LeBron in some ways that like I want to, perfect my craft, quote unquote. I want to build my brand up, even though he's never used that term. But the movie, the endorsements,
we gotta get fucked up and watch that movie.
Yeah, we do.
Causeway Street movie review.
I saw it on a plane, guys. It was great.
No,
he watched it on the plane.
I found the bootleg.
Oh, Honduras got bootlegs, huh? My word.
Oh man, I found it on Delta.
Instead of Shaq, it's like Mr. T. It's like Rod Strickland instead of Kyrie Irving.
It's like people react in the movie.
They're drinking Sierra Mist
It's
instead
Walter-
of Sprite.
That's Walter McCarty instead of Reggie Miller.
Joe's like, this cannot be Uncle Drew.
Hola, Tío Drew.
Anthony Anderson shows up out of nowhere.
Because he's a unique cat.
He is a unique cat.
No one knows what he's thinking. Even when he tells you like I don't want to talk about it. Yes. Everyone's like, oh, he's out. He's gone.
He's
gone.
Here's why I'm concerned. 2 reasons. First reason is
I'm surprised you're concerned of all people.
No, because
it's like the Nick Wrights of the world that are like, oh, he doesn't like the fact that Jason Tatum's getting all this attention. It's like,
no, I don't think
that has nothing to do with it.
That has something to do with it. That has something to do with it.
It has hold
on. That has something to do with it because Kyrie has proven that playing second fiddle on any team.
But it's not
what he wants to
second
do.
fiddle.
But hold on.
Everyone knows he's still the best player on the squad.
Right.
Not
So
even close.
I don't think that. Well, if Tatum turns into an MVP type candidate in a couple of years and his path is going that way, Kyrie's going to see that I'm not going to be the best on the team. But hold on. Okay. That part I don't really care about.
Is it the list? Is it the list?
I think it's more of an
injury.
We're
so far away from that.
I think it's more of an injury type thing.
Okay.
I think it's more of that I don't think he believes that Danny Ainge is going to open up the checkbook.
Well, he's going to put the pressure on. Like, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
this is what this is.
This report, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Stay healthy. Get to the finals. Everything should be all right.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't.
He doesn't have to play 82 games.
I don't believe that Kyrie's going to be in
but like
a Celtic
70
next year, man.
Late.
I just don't.
Next year?
I don't.
What?
I don't. I think we talked about this when we talk about trading Kyrie for Kawhi. Like, there's a lot of little things that keep adding up, and it's like, is he worth investing $200 million in?
Because that's what he's going to get.
That's what he's going to get. Yeah. Like, someone will give him $200 million. You're going to have Tatum. You're going to have Brown coming up. Well, if they both improve this year, which, you know me on Brown, but Tatum just alone, like, I don't know.
Well,
like,
that's why the Celtics fired their medical staff a year ago so that they don't get it wrong this time.
No. Well, yeah, this is all about health. I mean, if anybody's concerned about how he's going to perform 2-3 years down the road, it's obviously the Celtics medical staff. It's obviously the people who are close to the team, and they know that they've seen the story before with Isaiah Thomas. They've seen the story before, with a lot of different players, not to mention the fact that they got all the information they needed from Cleveland heading into the trade, and they knew that, obviously, one, he was going to need a procedure done on that knee at some point, whether it was this season or next, or during the offseason, and two, they know that this team can do very well without Kyrie Irving in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned, man, just because Kyrie's saying this because he really doesn't want to play with the Celtics, or he's saying this because he thinks who's the most desperate team in the league. If the Knicks think they can get me, they're going to throw a ton of money at me in free agency.
So then I ask you again, is it the list because the Celtics weren't on his wish list a year ago?
Sure.
I don't know.
See, I don't agree with that. I think if this was going to happen, it would have happened already, or we're days away from this huge deal, because think about it. Once he hits the court, whether he performs really well or he doesn't, you can't trade him, because if he performs really well, you're gonna say, "Oh, he's fine. He'll be okay." Don't trade him now, because this could be a championship season, which I still think that.
No, but I don't.
But if he doesn't do well, forget it. You can't get nearly as much value as you would if you were to trade him now.
You don't even need in this situation.
Sean's just saying let him walk. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying let him walk, and if you want to sign, I don't know, Klay Thompson. There's a great free agent class next year.
Yeah, but
if you think you can get
come to Boston,
what's the draw to come to Boston?
You don't have Kyrie Irving. That's the draw. That's the biggest draw.
You have Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, and a squad that probably will get to the finals this year.
I don't think people are sold on that.
Got to the Eastern Conference Finals without Kyrie Irving last year. Like, you have to look at what happened this year.
Yeah, but you're looking at a situation where Kyrie is your best player. Right. And the best player is gone. Why is a free agent going to say, okay, I'm going to head to Boston, the team that just went to the finals, led by Kyrie Irving, the guy who's not there anymore?
Who knows? Who knows if Kyrie Irving
number one draw
will even be playing? If he'll be injured.
That and players can say, They did it again. The same thing they did to Isaiah Thomas, who was an MVP candidate. Gone.
Are they gonna do that same shit to me?
Exactly.
Or heck, if Hayward goes off, okay, there's a little more draw.
There's
there.
a lot
if Hayward,
of things
if
that can
Hayward
happen.
puts together a great season, which I do think he's going to.
What about Tatum? Why are you ignoring Tatum?
I just feel like players aren't going to be completely sold on a guy who's only 2 years in. I think they're going to wait a while until he enters his prime, and they're like, okay, that guy is borderline MVP candidate. I mean, look, headed into last season.
Meanwhile, you say the same.
Heading into last season, what do we say about Kyrie? He could be an MVP.
You say the same thing about Joel Embiid. But people want to go play in Philly to play with Joel Embiid. He's been playing for 2 years. All-star.
He plays 40 games a season, if that.
That's even worse. Tatum played literally almost every
worse.
game this year. He's going to come back and be the biggest up-and-coming superstar in the league if he stays on this track.
But you're talking when you're.
And Boston's a big market. It's better than like going to play with a Mitchell in Utah or anything like that.
I get it, but you're saying that Kyrie's worried about getting paid. Jason Tatum doesn't have to worry about getting paid until 3 years from now.
Yes.
So how does that really affect Kyrie if he's healthy? I'm just saying if he's healthy.
It affects. Well, look at the Devin Booker situation. You have to pay stars before their contract is up, so to make them happy. So like you're not gonna wait until Tatum's an unrestricted free agent to sign him. You're gonna lock him up in advance. So
yeah, but that's still 3 years down the line because a rookie contract is what 4 years to begin with. Okay, so you can look at that in year 3.
They'll re-sign him probably not going into next year, but the year after that. They'll rip up his deal and re-sign.
Okay, so say they do re-sign Kyrie. It would be what 4-year extension. So in year 3 of that deal, that's when Tatum.
That's what he wants to see.
Okay, so that's what Tatum. That's where you worry about Tatum, and maybe that's a player option. Maybe that's a team option for Kyrie in year 4 when he's like, well, man, it looks like it's gonna be Tatum's. We're assuming right that he's going on that upward swing.
Yeah,
right?
but why does everyone think he's so damn sensitive? I mean, he just played with LeBron not too long ago. Obviously, that's a whole different story.
That's why I asked.
But this isn't a scenario where you're looking at him playing alongside someone who casts that big of a shadow the way LeBron does.
That's why I asked before: is he diva-ish?
He is diva-ish,
but it's different though. I think this time around because he came to the team that was pretty much set, right? Just minus Isaiah, obviously. So he's like, I can build something here.
Just going to forget about my boy Crowder there for a minute.
Oh, okay, my bad. Minus
still
Crowder
got those slides
and minus Isaiah Thomas.
Still rocking the jersey.
Okay, my bad. And Ante Zizic, right?
You don't have to throw him in there.
Right,
you don't have to degrade Crowder by throwing Zizic in there.
I'm just covering all bases. He's covering all bases.
Crowder was a playoff contributor last year. Borderline.
You must sleep in that jersey because I haven't seen you wear that jersey in a long time. That Crowder jersey was your shit. That was your go-to.
You rock that Malone jersey more than you rock that Crowder jersey.
The Crowder jersey, the Malone jersey I rock just because it's the cookout jersey.
Actually, last week we talked about
mountains.
Last week we talked about the triple overtime thriller. Yeah, the Crowder jersey. I think that was the first day you wore it. Actually.
Okay,
had the 99 going.
All right, so then you're starting fresh. Basically, that's what he wanted because, according to recent reports, he never wanted LeBron to come back to Cleveland.
Heard that,
of course.
So,
and guess what else he said? When he did come back to Cleveland, Kyrie didn't want to play with LeBron even after they won a championship.
Yeah, he was trying to bounce right after the championship.
Now, I get that. When Kyrie said he didn't want to play with him, I was like, yeah, so who the hell would want to play with LeBron James, right? Which I totally get. Mm-hmm. But, so I don't think that plays into it too much.
Yeah, so that's my point. Before and after. Before he arrived and even after they won a championship, he's like, all right, great. We won the fucking championship in Cleveland. I want out.
That is a little bit of like a red flag. Like, it's like a light red flag. Maybe even borderline orange flag. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not too concerned about it.
I'm going to go into the fucking archives because the moment that Isaiah Thomas trade went down, that's one of the first things I fucking said. And you guys were like, nah, he's going to want to be here. He's going to be here for like the next 10 years. When I talked about Kyrie.
It was brand new. Give us a fucking break.
Kyrie and he was on that fucking, when he was on ESPN, and I was like, yo, this motherfucker's going to give the media fits. And if he's not happy with this squad after a year or two, he's going to want out. But I still don't think like that. All I'm just saying is all the Celtics have to do realistically is just make the finals.
Yeah, I'm actually more nervous about the other way around. Is just injuries and like knees, and is it an investment? I mean, even if you think about it, let's say right right now, Kyrie's an unrestricted free agent. Missing the entire postseason, getting all that stuff done to his knees. Are you 100% confident that the Celtics should give him the $30 million max?
Right now?
Or $35 million max, whatever he's owed?
No, well, that's the beauty of it. The Celtics don't have to make that decision right now.
I'm just saying that there is going to be a point in time where everyone realizes that Danny Ainge is not, if he can't play an entire season, Danny Ainge is not going to pay him.
Well, but if Danny Ainge is saying that he feels like Hayward and Kyrie are healthy, he's going to pay him.
You can't have $60+ million in two players for the next 4 years each. That is one half of your salary cap is with Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving, who ever since they've been a Celtic can't stay on the floor.
That's fucked up, man.
I'm just saying. No. You understand the Gordon Hayward fact?
No. They played 5 minutes together.
Listen. I get with Kyrie because he's been out in the past, even when he was in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Gordon was pretty healthy.
But I'm just saying. Like, you probably could have.
Clean record.
Could have afforded to give Kyrie money if Hayward was just healthy. You know what I mean? But now that your top two guys, $60 million, half of your salary cap is going to be with two players who played a total of 5 minutes together and only one of them played like 50 games. You can't spend $60 million on 50 games of one play. Like it's just so you can't afford it.
But Ainge is rolling the dice on just one season.
You can't afford it.
Like you said, if he doesn't want to do it, then he walks.
Talk to me in February.
Scary Terry's ready, bro.
Talk to me in February when we're still waiting on this. The team's going to be healthy. We're going to get healthy soon. That talk's going to happen all year, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. Okay. And also,
okay,
you don't trade Kyrie in the middle of the season. You don't do that.
So you're saying either you trade him now or you just let him walk.
I don't say you trade him now at all. I think you see what you got. If he plays a full season.
So if Kawhi is available right now, you don't trade.
Fine.
Okay.
I just don't think.
All right. Yeah. Another player who was injured.
Anthony Davis, fine.
Okay.
Right. Whatever.
DeMarcus Cousins. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. He's with the Warriors now.
You just waiting all episode for that, huh?
I was.
All episodes. Joel's been waiting for weeks.
Had that salt.
Last week. He's
been waiting since the 4th of July.
Damn. Yeah, I saw you the other day. Didn't mention one lick about DeMarcus Cousins.
You didn't ask me about him.
Joel's like the chick on the what do you call it? The salt. Remember the old school the things of salt.
Morton,
yeah, with the umbrella. That's Joel right now. Just pouring the salt with the umbrella over Sean.
Just bleeding.
He's like, how's that taste?
Like Dennis Eckersley after a tanning booth session. Joel just comes in with freaking salt.
Not that tan, bro. Not that tan. Salt. That's like skin cancer tan.
That's like rubberish.
Yeah, that's like.
All right.
That's like if you touch him, it's just like he's just gonna fall apart.
Scale 1 to 10. How confident are you Kyrie's gonna be a Celtic after next year?
8. Solid 8.
7.5.
Joel's always gotta be different.
I'm a solid 4, bro.
Damn, bro.
Shut up.
4? Solid 4.
All right, save the tape because we're going to be playing this over and over.
So I'm different, huh?
Yeah, seriously. Well, all right. Well, can we agree with the fact that Marcus Smart at least is going to be a Celtic this upcoming season? Because I don't think it's going to get to a point where Marcus Smart is going to get an offer that's so out of this world that the Celtics are going to be like, no, we're not matching that. No. See you later, Marcus.
What's going to happen?
They'll match whatever offer he gets, and the offer he gets, if he does actually get one, will not be the 15, 16 million that he's been talking about.
The fact that, according to fucking reports, that he's willing to take what the Celtics offer, what the Celtics offered him at the beginning of the season, $33 million, right? He's willing to take that kind of deal. What's going to happen is what I always thought was going to happen. He's going to get signed for that 1 year qualifying offer.
Yeah,
that's it.
Joel's been on point on this for a while, but
that's what Celtics want.
It.
Which is fine with that. I'm fine with that.
That's like his only option at this point.
But here's the only team that I would say could swoop in for Marcus Smart.
Don't say the Kings, because even the Kings were like, we don't want that motherfucker.
Don't say the Magic. You love
I
saying
know, right?
the
You
Magic.
love saying the Magic.
Yeah.
Which, ironically enough, Isaiah might get an offer from them.
I'm telling
Hmm.
you. No, but
Why
seriously,
would you toot his horn there?
the way the way the Lakers are building their team, doesn't he fit perfectly into what they're building?
Smart?
Tough-nosed non-shooters to put around LeBron James.
A core of quote-unquote douchebags.
I mean,
So
so the
Lakers are
idea.
just going to just sign ex-Celtics. This is what,
No,
this is
no.
what we're
Well,
doing?
the idea behind the whole Magic Johnson
hey, Isaiah
thing.
could get signed too.
Did
Yeah,
you hear?
that's what
Did
I'm
you
saying.
hear this?
A bunch
Did
of
you hear this
ex-
ludicrousness? The thing that Magic Johnson has pitched LeBron on was, we're not gonna be the Warriors because we can't beat them. We're gonna be the anti-Warriors. And
That's why they're signing all these over 30 guys.
so now
30-year-old
we're
guys.
gonna sign Rondo. Can't shoot, can pass though.
Mm.
Lonzo Ball can't shoot, but sure can pass.
Wagner, he
No.
can shoot.
No, but
He can
no.
shoot.
Stevenson, hard nosed, tough player,
KCP.
can't shoot. KCP, little bit of a tough nosed player, can't really
Sounds like a drug.
shoot, score anything.
Yo, you got something like
Marcus
KCP?
Smart would
Actually, you
just
know what?
go to
He
LA
always does
and
well
fit
against Celtics, though.
perfectly in that idea. And like, I don't want him to go to LA, but Magic swoops in at the last moment. Just that's the only concern, because I could see them saying, we have a ton of cap space. How much do you want?
Name your price.
13
Melo.
mil. 13 mil over 2 years. We'll give you 13 mil for 2 years.
Melo's the answer.
And then, Marcus is looking at the only other thing on the table is that qualifying offer from the Celtics. So, who knows, man? That's the one place that I could see him actually fitting in, other than the Magic.
Well, I don't. Of course, yeah. Put the Magic in there. I don't understand why, like, everyone,
There's always Orlando.
like the thing.
Disney, Mickey.
The thing that gets me about Marcus Smart is that I feel
Open up
like
a new Dino Land.
Marcus Smart shouldn't be offended that the Celtics aren't trying to like sign him to a 3 to 4 year deal. I mean, like, what's the rush? If no one is offering you, like,
They don't have to do anything
Exactly.
until someone else offers. That's
like,
how
if
this works,
if
bro.
there's any
They
truth
found-
to this report of how disgusted, quote unquote, he is with the Celtics, like, I want to say, does someone ever sit down with Marcus Smart and say, do you know how this works when you're a restricted free agent?
I thought they wanted me. They
If nobody is
fucking
throwing you any crazy deals,
We're not going to do shit.
we're not going to do shit. Prime example, Zach LaVine. Like,
The Bulls
Chicago
were like, we'll figure it out.
was like, ain't nobody going to offer you. Wait, what? They offered him what? All right. Shit. All right. Here, we'll match it.
I was surprised. that
Whatever.
they did that actually.
20
I'm
million.
surprised that the Bulls weren't just like,
Yeah, all right.
20 million.
Peace out, bro.
You know who's
I mean, they must have been shocked, but they were like, okay, Sacramento wants to give you 20 million? Shit. All right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got 20 million.
Zach LaVine.
Stay in
Zach
town
LaVine somehow
because
was
you're one of our main draws at this point
that's
throughout
why
this
that's
rebuilding
why-
phase.
There's no way the Kings win. Zach LaVine, he's unavailable. Marcus Smart, he's next, man. He's next on the list. Next on the list.
At least not for 20 million.
No.
Clint Capella would be something that makes sense for them. Why isn't Clint Capella signed yet? People don't know what to offer that dude.
No,
Yeah.
I think Houston's like, just hang out, just hang tight.
Well,
We're
it's
trying to free up some
It's
salary
because
right
of
now,
today's
bro.
NBA, though, because he can't really score like
know who
that.
ruined
Nowadays, if you're a big man, you're expected to score
Well, he works
at a high level.
He works in their system. And Dallas
Bismack
is like,
Biyombo ruined that shit for Clint Capella, bro.
that and fucking DeAndre Jordan, too.
Where's Jordan going?
Yeah, but
Dallas.
DeAndre's another level.
Dallas.
Really?
Yeah, he went to Dallas. 25 mil.
You know about this?
How did I miss that?
That's like the ongoing joke.
This
how
is like the flashback from
they
fucking
finally
3
got-
years ago.
they finally got their guy.
Well, that's dumb.
It's on a 1 year deal because they're probably still trying to go after Capella. Smart's gonna get re-signed. It's just gonna be that qualifying offer, just because the market is not where he thought it would be. Because remember the last
Because he
restricted free
can't
agent.
shoot.
Well, remember the last restricted free agent that the Celtics signed right away, and that was Avery Bradley. What was the difference? Like you just said, he could shoot, and he just got 25 mil for 2 years from the Clippers after having an injury-filled season. So he's like, "Hello, fucking who else? Who else just got signed?
Hello.
Dante fucking
Exum.
yeah, 33 mil."
Yeah, 11
And he
mil.
wants the same. He wants that or
I
more.
would
And
give
from
him
the same
11 mil.
from the same draft class.
yeah.
So was Zach LaVine.
And Exum hasn't done shit in the league yet. He's been just consistently injured.
Yo, dude played. Yeah, exactly. Played like 22 games last season.
That's what I mean.
He just got paid.
And like the first year, he just didn't play because he sucked.
Utah's like, nah, man, we believe. And you know what? We're not even like the franchise isn't like betting on this. Like whatever you can give us is a bonus at this point. We got Gobert. We got plenty of guys. So what Crowder's been doing pretty well. you got.
We just cut
Thank you.
Jerebko just to sign you.
Yeah,
Just to sign you, bro.
seriously. We have the standout of the year who should have been the rookie of the year. You know what I mean? We're good. We're chilling.
Who did they just draft? He
No,
does
that
like
that was Denver.
no.
Grayson Allen.
That's Utah.
Grayson Allen, who's already picking fights. We have our identity.
He has his own little dunk contest before every like summer league game.
Yo,
So,
him and Jay
he's
Crowder
gonna
is
be
going to
great.
be like the guy that just gets everyone pissed
I
off.
hope Jay Crowder just murders Grayson Allen.
I mean, he's going to make him tougher, which will make him more of an asshole, and I think that's what they want. So
Bad boys of the West.
seriously,
Was Rodney
Really?
Hood
They should
in
sign.
the draft class of Smart?
Rodney Hood made
I
a
think
real
he was
difference in the
actually.
finals.
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay.
He
I
got
saw
picked.
something
He got
recent-
picked later on.
He
Obviously,
made a
Smart
real
was number
difference.
6.
I saw
so-
something recently comparing the two, and I was like, well, Rodney Hood obviously is the better scorer, but why hasn't he been signed?
No,
And
Marcus Smart would never get benched in the finals.
No,
like
I
ever.
know, but
Like
I'm just
that's the
saying-
Well,
thing.
yeah. When you're comparing guys like that, you're comparing value over.
No, because that
Well, he doesn't play any defense.
Over
Rodney
skill
Hood.
set.
I don't care about that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I hate when people look at soft ass players and try to say like, well, he averages 14 points a game. What? He's better than Marcus Smart. No, he's not.
No, I'm not saying he's better. I'm saying
You
it's-
could find a
Someone wants
14
the
point
value.
per game player if you give a D leaguer minutes in the NBA. All right, Marcus Smart brings something more to the table. That's why I hate people who can't see the value in Marcus Smart. Now,
No, I was just saying
it is a
that's-
tricky.
Someone brought up the comparison.
Well, it's a
comparing
dumb
the two.
comparison. Whoever that is,
All right.
whoever that is, shouldn't bring up any more comparisons. That's whoever that is.
Don't shoot the messenger. I'm
Well,
just
you know
saying,
what?
that's all
You know what? They should. I should shoot the messenger
Just like, you
so
know
they
what?
feel bad.
Bang bang.
Hey,
Bang bang.
Shots have been fired.
Don't fucking. You compare
at least,
Marcus
at least
Smart.
put the silencer on it, bro.
Oh boy. All right. Well, this episode of the Causeway Street Podcast is brought to you by Woochella.
What?
If you missed Coachella this year, don't be bummed out because the boys over in Worcester have a great show prepared for you this Saturday. And you can get yourself 20% off by heading over to the Facebook page, obviously, Causeway Street, Twitter. We have all the links that you need. Use the promo code Causeway. You can get 20% off. Live musical performance will kick off the night in Bulb Mansion's outdoor patio. You can get the crowd ready with heavy hitters in glow-in-the-dark EDM room with DJ Art Beats, Danny Satori, and DJ Freddie Fresh. The world-renowned DJ Freddie Fresh has nothing but head-banging spins of reggae, alternative hip-hop. Guys, you don't want to miss this. Head over to our Facebook page, also on Twitter. Enter the promo code Causeway. You can get 20% off your tickets. That is this Saturday going down in Worcester.
There
It's
we
gonna
go.
be dope, yo. Music and art festival.
I've heard some good things, some rumblings out there. So if you're in the Worcester area, go check that out. Saturday starts at 7. Was that
Worcester.
July 14th?
That's
July
right.
14th.
July 14th,
7 p.m.
this Saturday.
So you go
Sponsored
there.
by Causeway.
You get nice because it's just going until 2 a.m.
2 a.m.
You get rested. You watch the World Cup final next day.
Boom.
Bam.
Boom.
There's
That's
your
a
hangover.
weekend.
That's your weekend right there.
That's a weekend.
There's your hangover right there waiting for you Sunday morning.
11 a.m.
Woochella ain't nothing to fuck with.
Woo. Chella. Woo. Chella. Woo. Woo. Chella.
Speaking of the World Cup, guys, predictions. Fucking France against Croatia.
By the way, I called France at the beginning of this whole shit.
Croatia wins 2-1. Bang.
Croatia ain't beating France.
Croatia's going to win.
How do you win? How do you win World Cups?
Go to the penalties.
Yeah, that's what Croatia's
If
been
it
doing.
goes to penalties,
That's what they've been doing.
okay.
Croatia has played 360 minutes in like 2 days, bro. 3 days.
By the way,
They're built for this.
Yo, Belgium.
I can't
Belgium was
stand
so
Modric.
Belgium was so soft against France that they're going to go in with the false identity, and I'm telling you, Croatia's going to beat them.
Actually, let's actually talk about that Belgium game. Belgium,
Yo, they fucking.
What the hell happened?
They just wet the bed. Bro.
Lukaku, ghost.
Wet the
De
bed.
Bruyne, ghost.
They were so excited that they beat Brazil and they forgot. Like, oh, we got to play France now.
Yo, they
France-
barely got any shots at the goal until like the last 15
Yeah,
minutes.
seriously
bad. It
though,
was
seriously
bad.
though,
It was
France is one of the most talented teams out there. I mean, that France and Belgium game, there was probably like $700 million worth of talent on that field.
That's a good point.
Like with Pogba, Griezmann,
I know you were going with that, but
like Hazard, Lukaku, the goalies, bro. Like, and I'm missing mad people. Like everybody on those squads,
A lot of millionaires in that field.
were signed for over $80 million.
Yep. So
Somehow Belgium just shit the bed.
They shit the bed. They went in there overconfident. Like,
So,
these people
the
still we're the
underdog-
best team here. That's it. It's a
The
wrap.
underdog Croatia. What do they got against France? I don't think they have anything. I think France is a 3-0 victory here.
3-0.
Really?
Yeah.
All
right.
man. Croatia got some.
They
They got some wily vets.
All right, well, let me
They
go.
do.
Let me go conspiracy theory with Sean right now.
That's what
I'm
he-
interested.
that's what-
I'm interested.
Is there any part of you that thinks that that FIFA made sure that France sort of had an easier road to the championship?
Oh.
France has an easier road to the championship.
Not an easier one, but I'm saying like the fact that like how they break up the groups and everything.
France had to go through Belgium, Argentina.
Belgium. Did you just throw Belgium in there like that?
Well, Belgium was a strong squad. Before,
Belgium has the most talent on their team from top to bottom.
They showed that in the tournament.
They're
but
pretty much
before the tournament.
They're the most balanced.
Yeah, but before the tournament, did you really think they'd be in
Well,
the final
yes,
four?
yes,
You thought they'd be in the final four.
Yes.
Me and Sean had a conversation. I think you were on the road covering the Celtics, and we were like, a team like Belgium or France could be a surpriser.
Oh, France, obviously.
No, but Belgium because
No, man, it's all Premier League
Yeah.
talent. Like
Yeah.
everybody on that team plays in the Premier League. They're the top 3 player on their team. Like that Belgium team is stacked, man. It really is. Like, and just because it's not like a soccer powerhouse, like a Germany, like obviously,
like ironically enough, France that was probably the easiest game for France because Belgium just didn't show up.
Yeah.
They didn't show up.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And I mean, look at a team like England. England played like the Celtics did in the playoffs. Young, they weren't expected to go very far, and they scored that early goal. It was like 5-6 minutes against Croatia, and they were like, "We got this." And Croatia was like, "We're here for the long haul."
right?
Scored
No,
late.
Croatia's scrappy with enough talent. I mean, you got Rakitic.
So why are you hating on them? I'm telling you, they could win this all.
You got Mandzukic up front.
It's at least
They got three
OT,
studs.
bro. It's at least
They got
going
3
OT.
studs who have been on powerhouse clubs and been arguably the best player on that team.
If that game goes to OT, Croatia's winning it because they're like we can handle long ass games.
All I know is this game will come down to Pogba. That's it. Pogba's and you know what too? I didn't even so you got Griezmann. Here's what wins World Cups. Finals. Here's what gets you to the finals. The best team in the World Cup. It's right down the middle. Wingers are fine, whatever you want to do. Everything is up and down. On France, you have Griezmann. You have Pogba. You have Kanté, who is the most underrated player in the world. And then you have Loris in your goal. I mean, that you don't get better than that if you're just going straight up and down the middle.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, those 3 players that I mentioned are arguably, you can supplant them on Croatia, and they're the best player on the team.
What do you think about your on a separate note, but still World Cup related? Think about your boy leaving Real Madrid, yo. I heard the Warriors gave him an offer too. He turned him down.
I'm a little butthurt, man. He's always had rumors, but I want to go back to Manchester United. Blah blah blah.
Well, you know what I heard?
Goes to Juve.
No, but you know what I heard?
Did you really think that was going to happen, though?
2 things.
Okay.
Remember that bicycle kick against Juve, right?
Yes.
He gets a standing ovation, on the road. And he's like, that shit was amazing. This is one of my favorite teams ever since I was a little kid. He asked Real Madrid, pay me the $21 million to cover my fine from the Spanish government.
Yep.
Real Madrid said, nope. And before the boy Zidane quit, they told him, like, yo, Cristiano's leaving. And he's like, if he's leaving, I'm out.
No, I mean, and also, too, if I'm Ronaldo, I know that Spain fucked with me because of my taxes, because I'm in the same group as them in the World Cup. Why am I going to come back to Real Madrid at that point? No way I'm
Not
coming
only
back.
that, but they don't have his back.
No, they don't have his back.
They don't have his back.
After everything, he has made them
Now it's like
the
I'm
world
living
powerhouse.
I'm living in Spain because I'm playing for your club.
2 Champions Leagues in a row.
I'm playing for your club. I'm balling. Pay the $21
my
million.
shit.
$21 million, that's nothing to a club like Real Madrid.
Pay my shit.
And they're like, nope. He's like, all right, I'm out.
All I'm saying is I'm a little bit pissed because my brother and his whole, Italian family he's married into love Juventus.
Oh, well, damn.
And they're like,
hey,
Ronaldo. And I'm like, shit, that should have been me with Manchester United. But now, you know what? I don't mind Juventus. I can root for them. I used to root for them when Batistuta was playing over there.
Oh, the good old
yeah.
Bate.
I loved Batistuta when he was playing there. I had Pogba, right? Before he came to Manchester United was there. I don't mind Juventus. I like their players.
It's like a neutral team.
The Serie A, Serie A sucks now. So Ronaldo's going to score 100 goals a game in this league. Like if he doesn't have 100 goals by the end of the season, I'm going to say he had a bad season.
How old is he? 33? 30 around
Don't
there?
matter.
So that's a good spot for him. I'm not saying he's going to finish his career anytime soon, but that's a good spot to him for just to chill.
Well,
and just score goals.
If he does come to the MLS, please come to the Revolution.
You know what's going to be like?
I already missed it on Rooney.
Just
want some Ronaldo. Right. I was convinced he was coming to the Revs, bro.
I remember you always saying that. I'm like, that'd be dope.
Yeah, it would have been. Said he went to fucking DC United. Fucking Trump supporter.
All right.
Okay.
Before this takes a dark turn, which I see
political
happening at this point, let's wrap
and
things
up. And you know what
up.
about that Supreme Court justice?
This has been
the Revolution
the
never
newest
bring in
episode
players
of
like that.
The Causeway Street Podcast. Joel's back. Sean Duge is still here. We're still in the new studio. It's the middle of the summertime, and we have nothing but great content ahead of you, obviously, on the website. Check us out, CausewayStreet.com. All the social media
Which you can find in Spanish as well.
And yes, you can. Joel found that out on his trip, actually.
What?
Whole thing is translated.
You can translate the CausewayStreet.com webpage into any language. Any language.
I thought they had some Causeway Street podcasters down there just redoing our podcast in Spanish. That would be awesome.
I was working on that, but after a night of drinking and trying to translate some of Sean's language, which I won't repeat. It's hard.
I don't think sometimes the words I use translate very well.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is.
That would be hilarious to watch.
It's like legit translation doesn't work.
To see like three guys like be us, but like in Spanish and like the whole different personality.
Like as we're talking, they're separate, like trying to like translate everything we say on the spot.
It's like when the Sox get like a Japanese pitcher and the translator's always there. He's always like, and then he goes, I really like to play baseball in Boston. It is my favorite. It's like,
no, it's way shorter than that though.
Yeah.
Like the actual language is way longer, and then the answer is just like, thank you.
But then
it's like David Ortiz's last season in Boston.
Yeah.
Everywhere he went, there was always someone from the Dominican asking him questions in Spanish, and it'd be like the longest question ever. And then David Ortiz would be like, "Yeah, he just asked, like, what's my favorite color?" I just told him it's blue.
No, he didn't. And that is not what Dice K just said. Okay, Dice K just said he wants to eat everybody's chicken fingers for dinner.
He said, "Who's going on a Popeyes run?"
He's saying, since I've joined here, I have gained a lot of weight. I am ashamed of myself.
I've drinking too much beer.
My gyro ball does not work. And I am a failure to my father and my whole community. And then the translator comes in. Yeah, I really pitched a tough game tonight.
the guy interviewing him is just like, I'm pretty sure he said more than that, man. He just said like,
I know a little bit of
words.
Japanese. Didn't he say failure?
That inning in the third was pretty rough. He said some more stuff.
Like, don't paraphrase, translator. That's like you guys when I go on a rant. You guys just go like, yeah. So Sean thinks LeBron sucks. It's like, no, there was a lot of good shit in there that I said. Don't fucking try to cut that shit down.
It's funny because the comments that I see about Sean, it's like he'll just say one thing, but the whole rant is like, "How dare you talk about LeBron like that?" And he's fucking joking. Like no one's don't take Sean serious.
Who knows?
All the time.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah, fuck you, YouTube commenters.
That's what I was waiting for.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Translate that, bitch.
It never fails.
Yeah.
Must be the off season. Causeway Street Podcast.
You got to separate Robert Williams, the player, from Robert Williams, the person. On and off the court.
That was it? That was a cut.
The off season guys are. Man, they're.
How can you be done on him already?
Everyone's an
I'm
expert.
done on Robert Williams, you fucking pussy. No fucking tell me what I can't be done on. Fucking YouTube commenter.
Right. I wish I was a YouTuber.
Yeah, damn right, YouTube. I don't even know how people use YouTube.
All right, we up out of here.
All right.
Until next time. Later.
Woo!
Adios.